Good day, folks. And how are you this morning? Do you know what time it is today? This is Fired Up Friday time. Yes, indeed. And we are heading back into the garage. But first, as usual, I have to get these garbage containers out to the curb. Let's do that and then join me in the garage. So, folks, for today's Fired Up Friday video, we're going to be using this old wooden pallet here behind my shoulder. That's going to be our primary wood source today for this fire. And today, folks, we are back. We are back at the old Enterprise wood stove for our Fired Up Friday video today. We're also going to use what's inside that polybag right there. And of course, we have our fire extinguishers and our water at the ready, just in case this fire decides to go south or sideways. Now, when we come back in the next few clips, you're going to see me break this old pallet down, and then we are going to start this Fired Up Friday. Stay tuned, folks. Okay, folks, hope you can see me there. I'm getting ready now to cut up this pallet here for our Fired Up Friday video. I'm going to take off my regular glasses and put on these safety glasses. So, I have my skill saw all set up. I have the blade put down just enough so that I can cut off these boards on this pallet. Excuse the noise. So I'm going to be dismantling this pallet and I'm going to be turning it into kindling and firewood for our Fired Up Friday video today. Side, cut off. Now all I have left is just the boards and the center one, and they can come off really easy. I'm just going to use my hammer. Here you go. So I'm going to clean up all this wood now and get this all ready for our fire. Okay, so I've gathered up all the wood now that I got from that one pallet. It's all dismantled and laid here on my table. I'm going to saw this up now into stove-sized pieces using my miter saw. Cut them up now. I still have on my safety glasses, just to be careful. Now the firebox on that old Enterprise stove is not very big, folks. So my pieces have to be fairly short in order to fit in that firebox. I'll take my time and I'll cut all this up. The pieces need to be about maybe 1 foot long, probably. Cut up a couple of these bigger ones. So I got to be very careful. There's nails in this, so I need to be very careful to cut between the nails here. We are just seconds away from starting our Fired Up Friday fire today here in our garage in Gander, Newfoundland, the Labrador, and in this old-fashioned Enterprise wood stove. Yes, we are. The items that we're using today is the paper and the flyers and that stuff that's inside that poly bag right there. I have my long match and a big lighter that I'm going to use to start the fire. I have the wood from one discarded pallet, and I have made 4 sizes of firewood from this one pallet. I have some very thin tinder or kindling right there. I have some larger kindling. I have some larger wood from the pallet lats, and the 2x4s that the pallet was strengthened up with. I have those cut into foot-long pieces, and that's what we're going to be using once we get this fire going and roaring in the firebox inside this old Enterprise wood stove. And folks, don't forget, this is a dedication fire, and we most certainly will be doing a great dedication today in this old-fashioned Enterprise wood stove. So stay tuned for that. That's going to be toward the end. Folks, this is our 14th fire today, and we're almost ready to start, so please stay with us and let's get this fire going together. So let's begin by taking some of these flyers out of this black poly bag, shall we? Now I'm just going to take out enough from here. There's some furniture store flyers. There's some grocery store flyers in here. So let's get some of this cut up into some small paper that we can use to get this fire started. This one looks like it's from a pharmacy or a drugstore. Crumble it up and put it in the firebox. We'll get another one here and we'll do the same. And we'll crumple that one up. Okay, I'm going to get some of that smaller wood from over here. Okay, some of this stuff right here, folks. I'm going to use some of that now to put in the firebox. Okay, get that in there. That's some real thin, and it is really, really dry, folks. I don't think we'll have too much trouble getting this fire going. I'm just putting in a few pieces on top of that flyer. I'm going to get another flyer there now. This looks like a furniture one. So let's crumple some of that up and put that in the firebox as well. Then I'm going to use my big lighter and my long match to get this all lit up. And then I'll add some more wood. So let's go. Let's get this started. Here we go. Let's start this match. There we go. We have fire, folks. Let's get this fire going. There we go. Light it in a few places inside this firebox. There we go. Now, you'll soon hear the crackling. Now let's move this newspaper and anything else that's flammable away from the stove. Okay, crumple up a bit more of that newspaper, shove that in there. I'm going to use a little bit more of that smaller wood. Get it down there in the firebox. Okay. Get it in there. Now, I'm going to use the next size wood. And you should already hear some of the crackling from this wood in this old Enterprise wood stove today. Okay, I'm going to put the cover on. Going to let that catch for a little while, let the fire build up a little bit, and then we'll start putting in some of the medium-sized wood and also some of the large fire going here. Look at that. Look at that. And do you hear the crackling? That's the one thing about stoves and fires that I like, folks, is the crackling of the wood. Okay, so we've used most of the little small wood and most of the kindling that we had there. We still have this size wood, and we also have the larger 2x4 stuff, right? So we're going to proceed now with some of this wood right here, and then we'll put in a couple of pieces of that 2x4, and then we'll talk about our dedication today. Who are we dedicating our fire to today, folks? Stay tuned to the end. You'll want to see that. And while I put this in, I want to talk a little bit about pallet wood. When you're picking out pallets for firewood, you have to be careful that the wood has not been treated with anything. That it is a natural color, it has no stain, no pressure treating, none of that kind of stuff, okay? You want natural wood, especially if you are going to be using pallet wood for like a wiener roast or a marshmallow roast with your kids. You don't want to be using any pressure treated pallet wood for that. It has to be hell natural, all natural wood. And this one that I have here, folks, it is natural pallet wood. No treatment on this one whatsoever. Okay, so stay away from the treated pallets for fires. Okay, now we're going to let that burn away a little bit, and then we're going to put in a couple of these big pieces of 2x4 and let that catch. And then we're going to talk about our dedication. And I have some more statistics that I want to share with you today. Pallet wood, like I said, is great for fires. It's also great for a lot of other projects too. If you do anything with pallets, let me know. Send a few comments. Direct us to your YouTube channel where you've done some things with pallets. I mentioned, I think in an earlier clip, that I made a boot shoe rack for Miss Katie for her apartment in our house a while ago. And that video is on our YouTube channel. I show you how to break a pallet down in that video, and I show you how to make a boot shoe rack from a pallet. So go check that out. And like I said, if you do anything with pallets at all, let us know. Let's share all of those ideas in this YouTube community so we can learn from each other and do various things with pallets. Pallets are easy to get. I find them next to some old businesses around Gander here, and I get them for free. You can also buy them from people who stockpile them and sell them for about $5 Canadian. So you can get lots of pallets around. I have probably, like I said, 50 or 60 now down by the old church. Now, I think our fire is ready for a piece of this 2x4 here. Let's take a look. Now, I have some pokers back here. I got lots of pokers for my stove, so let me get one. And let's see if we can just poke this fire around. Okay, yeah, so let's put in, absolutely. Our fire is ready for a piece of this 2x4. Okay, so I'm gonna put in this one right here. Okay, here we go. And let's put in one more. Okay, let me put in this one right here. Here's another nice one. Okay, don't worry about the nails. Okay, there you go. Got two pieces of that 2x4 put in there. We have a nice fire going here, folks, in our Enterprise wood stove today. This is, as I said, our 14th fire, our 14th Fired Up Friday fire. And let's do our dedication. Here's our dedication today. As you know, it is spring in Canada. Spring started on the 20th of March, and the first full day was March the 21st. So our dedication today is an obvious one because spring has started, and a lot of people are now getting at their plants and getting their small seeds sowed under lights and under heat and that kind of stuff, and getting their gardens going. I thought it might be a good idea to dedicate our fire today to gardeners. And here are some interesting statistics that you may not know. 57% of Canadian households do gardening. 77% of American households do gardening. 86% of all gardeners, wherever they are, they grow tomatoes. 47% grow cucumbers, and 46% grow sweet peppers. Okay. Now, I found these statistics on Garden Pals, and it was updated on January the 17th, 2022. So this is very recent. And they talked about this new phenomenon now. It's called pandemic gardening. With all the free time that people have who are home, isolated because they have COVID, or they just have to isolate because someone related to them or someone who's a close contact to them has COVID, they're getting into gardening. So this new term is now circulating among the gardening community. It's called pandemic gardening. And I also found some of the statistics on this site right here, rapidcityjournal.com. So you can go check those sites out for some interesting facts about gardening. So again, our dedication fire today, our 14th fire, is dedicated to gardeners everywhere, not just in Canada and the United States, but gardeners all around the world, folks. Okay, our fire is going really nice. Let's give that another poke, shall we? Where's my poker? I must have put it back over here. Let's go back and get that poker again. Here we go. Let's give that another poke. Got a nice little fire going here now. Awesome. So, as our fire winds down here now, folks, I just want to say thank you so very, very much for tuning into our 14th Fired Up Friday fire here in Gander, Newfoundland and Labrador, here at GBL, the Old Church 5-acre homestead, in our old Enterprise wood stove today, folks. Our 14th fire coming to an end. And as it does so, folks, we want to say a huge thank you to you, our friends, our subscribers to GBL, the Old Church 5-acre homestead. You are a great asset to our channel. We always appreciate you commenting on our videos, liking our videos, and sharing our videos with your subscribers and with your family and friends. We do so very, very much appreciate you always. Thanks again, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye for now, and we'll see you later. Thank you.